The God who thundered on Sinai, the God who split seas, the God who shook mountains, the God who spoke galaxies into existence. That God, he entered the world. How? Not by thundering his way through. No, he entered through his own creation. He entered through a birth canal. Wow. No whirlwind, no thunder, no lightning. No, he came in silently, quietly. And why? Because glory came to our level. If you wanted to go, say, minister to someone say in prison, for example, you wouldn't go looking all flashy, right? You will come down to their level so you can relate with them, so you can speak the same language. So when they see you, they're not just rolling their eyes. They're not just going the other way. No, they see you. Like one of them, you're wearing a t-shirt maybe you put on some jeans, maybe some dirty sneakers. You come down to relate with the people. Paul said, I become whatever I need to be for the sake of the gospel, right? And if you don't know Paul is one of the apostles in the Bible. He says, I become whatever I need to be for the sake of the gospel. If I need to go sit at a bar for the sake of the gospel, I will sit at a bar. If I need to go to Rome, I behave like the Romans. If I need to go to Colossae, I behave like the Colossians. If I need to go to Galatian, I behave like the Galatians. Oh, Galilee. Where was that place called? Galilee? No, not Galilee. Galatians. I'm not sure. But you get what I'm saying. See, power came wrapped in weakness. That's why they could talk to him anyhow. They could spit at him. I mean, he gave up himself to be, because if he didn't do that, no one could stand up to him. He's the King of glory. And Jesus said, I'm just going to paraphrase in my own words. If this was my kingdom, I will call on angels, my armies, to come put you in your place. But this is not my kingdom. So I'm not going to fight with you. I'm going to give up myself for the sake of the mission, for the sake of me, for the sake of Sukhumi, London, thousands of years from now. For the sake of you, thousands of years later. For the sake of your generation, thousands of years later. He gave up himself freely for you. He became weak for you, for me, for the rest of the world. He came looking like us. So we'll never be afraid to draw close to him. Because when he came in the thunder in the Old Testament, what did they say? The children of Israelites told Moses, look, we don't want to know your God. Bro, go to the mountain. Whatever he tells you, then you can come back and tell us. We don't want to know. We're going to stay right here. You go. But when he decided to enter our world, he came looking, acting, behaving just like us. Eating like we ate, using the bathroom like we did, traveling like we do. Actually, it was even worse traveling back then, right? Before the crown, before the miracles, before the Sermon on the Mount, before the manger itself, there was a divine decision to be born just like a man. And in case you didn't watch my last video, Jesus did not begin in Bethlehem. In fact, John 1:1 says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with who? The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was God face to face with the Father from eternity past. Matter of fact, Philippians 2:6 tells us something really shocking. It says, although he was equal to God, he did not cling to his divine status. He emptied himself and took on flesh. He emptied himself and took on dust. Oh my goodness. He took on dust to really be like you, to really show himself just like you, so you can be close to him, so you wouldn't stay far away from him. He became like you. He took on the dust he made and put it on just for you. And no, this is not the safe kind of dust. This is not the safe kind that you see in paintings all over the world. This is not the kind you see on nice portraits. No. This is not the glowing skin one like mine, like yours. No. He took on dust, lowly, servant kind of dust. I mean, the Bible even says there was no beauty found in him at all. So this fake paintings you see of a Jesus just like that, or just like that. No. He looked nothing like that. He was ugly. Let me paint a clearer picture for you. There was no beauty. Imagine someone calling you and saying there is no beauty found in you. Nothing nice about your face. People are mean. They said there was no beauty found in him. He didn't come looking handsome. He could have come looking handsome. He could have fashioned a beautiful model-esque body for himself. No. He fashioned a lowly one for himself. He chose a lowly one for himself. He chose the one where no one will find him attractive in any way. No beauty whatsoever. All for what? Say it with me. For you. He became a fetus, dependent on a teenage girl body to enter this world, dependent on her body for food, depending on a teenage girl body for breast milk, depending for survival from his earthly parents. Why did God choose to be born? Because your salvation could not be sent through a prophet. Salvation had to have hands. Salvation had to have feet, lungs, breath. And guess what? More importantly, salvation had to have blood. The God who had never known limits took on limits so he could feel every single thing you feel and overcome it. And Hebrews 2:14 says, because the children shared flesh and blood, he had to share in their humanity. He didn't just pretend to be human. He was fully human and fully God at the same time. He shared in our humanity. He shared in our pain and sufferings. He shared in how we felt. He shared in how we were disappointed. He shared in all of it. So when you cry, he has cried before. He feels that pain. When you're disappointed, when you're made fun of, when people laugh at you, point fingers at you, he knows exactly what it feels like. And he is the exact person to go to and cry to and complain to, not to your friend first. Yes, you can do that later, but you can cry to him first. Cry to him because he knows exactly what it feels like. The nativity story that people tell in the plays and all that stuff, that nativity story, it was not his beginning. It was his descent. Jesus was not starting his own story when he was born. No. He wasn't starting his own story. He was stepping into our story. Because from the beginning of time, he created us for himself. So he was stepping into ours to show us who we are supposed to be, to rescue us from the power of sin and death, and translate us into light. The one who had no beginning was now wrapped into a beginning. Now we say, oh, Jesus 2,000 years ago. Before that, he had no beginning. He has always existed. He has always been. He formed creation itself. He formed time. Time only exists for our sake. Time only exists for us to calculate our days, our mornings, our nights, our years, our seasons. He came so low, so we'll never question his love again. But even now, humans, and this is the mystery, that the Word became flesh, so flesh, and now carry the Word. And now that you have Christ in you, or if He dwells in you, baby girl, baby boy, sweetheart, you, my friend, are divine in skin. This is the silent arrival of the King into those that will be called sons of God, divine in skin. My name is Camille London, and I will see you on the next one. Share, comment, like, definitely share this video to someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.